G'day mate and welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. So, a little bit's happened. Like several days probably almost of runtime. Probably about 2 days worth of runtime's happened. Not a lot's gone on down the south apart from 10 bazillion gazillions beacons have been delivered. That's about it. And we're still bringing more and more beacons down ever so slowly. And the make everything's beacon supply, beacon storage got upgraded with a few extra passive provider chests. Just because I got sick of waiting for beacons to be made. I just wanted to come pick up 1,000 at a time. Our power graph is working awfully great, apart from I've put down so many beacons that we are bottoming out the power again. 51, we're going up again. Okay. And I've placed a few solar panels. Like, a lot. That's been the main thing happening, and they're maxed out at the moment. So we're doing 26.9 gigawatts worth of power. I'd like to say we're done with solar. You know, after this little patch has been filled in. I'd like to say it. I'd like to believe it. But I thought we were done with solar a long time ago. And then we had to go and build this whole right-hand side. So, we will see. On top of that, basically every copper mine I set up, including some I had set up on or in the last episode or the one before, and some I set up off episode where you guys didn't even see it, have been mined dry. Like, this is gone. It wasn't big, it was only about 1 million with 200 mining productivity. This one was like 3 million. Again, it's half gone. I've actually had to set up these two little ones, which are, they're less than 1 million. Sure, they're beside one another, but they are less than 1 million. And this little one, which is definitely less than 1 million, and we're just harvesting them dry. I've actually considered ripping up, like, this was solar. I've actually started considering ripping up large chunks of solar, you know. Like I breezed over that one, which was 2 mil. I'm considering actually digging this out now to reclaim some of these copper mines, because we're just... Copper's actually the shortage, you know. This is pretty much empty. Actually, it is empty. The iron depot, pooh, yeah, not a problem. Actually, there are blank storage chests, so we're finally using iron faster than we're mining it. Finally. Steel got an upgrade because we only have one actual steel production, and like even that started to dry up. This one started to dry up. This copper is completely gone, and I actually need to take a train out here to recycle this. This got speed moduled because these express belts, underground belts, were around the wrong way. This uranium's dead. All the iron that was here has gone. I've actually had to set up a train unloader from the depot to make green circuits, because we were out of green circuits. There were actually a couple of whole outposts up here that have all just gone. They've been packed up because they'd mined out. Again, this is a 10 million copper, and I'm looking, like, I know I put a red circuit on top of it. I know it's a temporary build, but I have been using it for max rate calculator. I'm actually considering coming down here and ripping this up just so I can access it, because it is insane, but we're just going through everything. So that's, number one. Number two is, full disclosure, well, if you're active on my Discord, you would have seen me mention it once or twice that I've been doing renovations and we're about to move. And the somewhat good news, somewhat bad news is finally, after 3 months of painting, plastering, building, repairing, fixing, we're finally going to move. The bad news is, actually, the day this episode goes up, being Sunday, I'm recording this Friday night, just for full disclosure. Friday, very, very late night, so excuse me if I sound a little bit exhausted. I did finish an extension today, and roofing and a whole bunch of other crap. Come on, bots, hurry up. So yeah, full disclosure, this is Friday night. and this episode goes out Sunday, well, Saturday night, Sunday morning, midnight my time. That's my release schedule in Australian time, you know, because don't know what that means in your time, but yeah, that's my schedule for Australian time. Anyway, so by the time this episode goes out, I should be moved and in the new house. The bad news is the ISP has told me that it's going to take between 2 and 30 days to get my internet moved from this house to that house. So, potentially, we might be short on episodes for a couple of days. I am going to do my best to make sure services are not interrupted, to put it politely. I have no idea what my success rate will be, because, well, we used to have a 3G service, right? So, I actually had somebody in Discord suggest that I use my mobile to upload videos, and I said, you know, each one of these videos are up to 10 gig in size. Now I have a lot of mobile data for Australia. I have about 20 gig a month, and I'm like two videos that'd be gone. Now, we did have a 3G service rather than 4G that did have unlimited, but I have uploaded one video in a much older recording method previously on that service, and it was actually when I guess spent the weekend at the girlfriend's. And there was once or twice that I made a video but hadn't had a chance to upload it, so I'd borrow her phone, tether my phone to her phone, or my laptop to her phone, and set the file to upload. And it would take close to 24 hours, assuming I didn't have a dropout partway through. So, you know, 4G is faster, but it would chew all my data in an episode or two. So, yeah, full disclosure, we might be short on an episode. Just one or two, occasionally, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to do my best to record as normal and either borrow somebody else's internet, or I will still have internet at the old house, and we are paying double rent for potentially a week or two. So, yeah, I could always plug in a laptop and upload it here. It all depends on how life schedules go and a lot of things. So, there we go. Full disclosure, we might be short on episode 2. It just, yeah, doesn't mean the channel's disappearing or anything. Doesn't mean that something's happened, life unexpected or anything like that. It's just catch me to no real internet at home. Which also means no streams, which is unfortunate because I haven't streamed for about 2 weeks now, because I've been absolutely flat out with this new place. You're not getting home till 11 o'clock or later at night, covered in paint still, because I've been painting all day. So yeah. Alright, back to the building. So, we've got high-tech science up here, which needed blue circuits, and I'm assuming it needed to do 2 blue circuit builds. Where is high-tech? High-tech's there. And it needs 3.4. And these builds are 1.6. So, we need this blue circuit and this blue circuit to feed this. A blue circuit is self-sufficient with greens, but it does need 2.3 reds in. We have a red build right beside it, down south, which does 7, so that's that. 2 point something left over. I'm not capable of doing maths at this time. This is 3.5. That doesn't seem right. 2.3 is 4.6. Doubled. Double 2.3 is 4.6. Go away. 4.6 minus 7.1 equals 2.5 left over. That seems a bit better. Even at this time of night, my maths is still pretty good. Alright, so we needed a copper and an iron to feed a blue circuit from memory, and that's why we've got one of each right here. Let's just confirm. You need 2.1 of each, and these builds do 2.4. So that means we need an iron and a copper, plus an iron and a copper, plus another copper for red circuits. This is starting to get really... Alright, we're going to do standard 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 4, just in case. And what I'll do, to just cheat a little, is I'll put a copper on this side. Copper, confirm. Give me a rail report. I want to bridge these connections before you steal all my stuff. We might need to crank that back up. 630 is probably a little bit too many. Okay, now if I run over here and leave all the bots trailing behind me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if I put an iron build. Okay, if I get rid of all these row reports down the middle. And that one, it seems. Then if I put an iron build there. Again, same story. I need to bridge these two networks. And then do power pole to power it up. That's on the network. How are you getting back to the network? Aha! Through there. Okay. So actually means those two are useless. No, you're outside the build, so you're fine, and you're outside the build. Okay. Because yeah, I'm still having bots. You know, all these bases are still connected, so they self-build. All right. So that gets us to this copper. Now, red circuits needs. It needs its own independent source of copper at 7K. And it needs green circuits. Alright, so let's do green circuits. Green circuits is 1,000. And of course, a green circuit is going to need its own iron and its own copper build. And this is why everything is getting so massive. And so convoluted and so crazy. Because I'm trying to have direct train lines that go straight forward and backward. I should really up the request on... Let's go 600. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because now I need a... come on, icons, change. I should really go through and name all these. Probably make my life a lot easier. Okay. So that's straight. We want that about there. Want all that gone. No! The robot stole my last row reports. You bastards. Alright, handcraft one. So yeah, then a green circuit build, and then another iron, then another copper. The monotony. Yeah, I want to have direct train tracks. I don't want trains having to wander through a main line constantly, which is just complicating everything by a lot. Probably by a factor of 5,000, if you ask me. This is a little bit crazy. You know, by all means, if I had a giant sheet of paper and I drew all this out, it would probably make a little bit more sense. And it probably would make my life easier. But it probably wouldn't be anywhere near as fun. Or messy. Yeah. I'll pick up all these roboports because that'll fix my roboport problem a little bit. 9 of them, not really. So you become a green circuit, and you become a iron. So that means this iron's got to go here, and that iron's got to go here, which means these trains all cross one another. So maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe it'd be better to go iron, copper, iron, copper. Alright, we'll see. We'll see. Swapping an iron and copper build's really not that hard. It's actually pretty easy. Okay, so I've got a green circuit. Ooh. Really? How the hell did you survive, water? Okay, so I've got a green circuit build. Next, we need a radar. Because the simple lack of radar coverage will end up getting to me. Do not steal my roboports. So I've got a green circuit build, so that means we need another iron and another copper. Come on, I went the wrong way through the scrolly wheel. So let's do a copper that side this time. Really? I might have a train track. Actually, that's okay. We can do this. Train track, train track, train track, train track. And iron build. So that becomes copper. That becomes iron. Okay, now I need to actually go stand in robot zone to get deliveries of roboports, rail network, or train tracks rather. Plus, I don't know, whatever else we're short on. There's only 600 Logibots. Obviously, some have gone missing along the way. So that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. That copper and that iron go there. Red circuits needed... Red circuits needed 10,000 green circuits from memory. Per minute. Yup. A green circuit build does 29,000, I want to say. 29,000. So that means I have potentially 20,000 left over. This is, yeah, it seems like such a small amount. Alright. Next thing we're going to need is a engine build. Which it turned out I couldn't find. I packed it up into a box at some stage. And I have no idea where the box is. So, actually we're going to need red engines. Which need bugger all green circuits. So, they don't really count. Then we need actual engines. Which need no green circuits whatsoever. So, that's not really helpful. I'm thinking production sites, and production sites needs these guys as well, which are half built. But we can take their word for it. So that's 5,000 red circuits, which is more than we have left over from here. Oh, bugger! So that means for production science, I basically need another red circuit build. Because I don't have enough left over from this one. But I also don't really have enough merits left over. Yeah, I don't it doesn't really warrant a whole red circuit build just for production sites. But don't get me wrong, blue sites is going to use a crap ton of reds. Actually, let's look that up. Blue sites, it'll be the biggest one. There we go. You're going to use only 2,000. Okay, so you could do blues, which also need engines. So maybe that's the answer. We do reds to do blues. We do the engines at the same time. We do mining drills, which also need red circuits. And red circuits, mining drills are here. They've actually been packed up into a train already because they were in my way. But we have a plan, slowly. That's not actually there anymore. Okay, so if we do deliver me things bots, you have, good. Come on, let me through. Oh, of course, you guys are not actually in the network. Power pole there, and a power pole there. And you don't have power as well, so we're doing really good with this new build. Okay, so you're now in the network as well with yet more construction orders. We need a roboport in here. Okay, so if we go up to where red science is, and we build red circuits are, and we build a blue science build somewhere in the same vicinity. It doesn't even have to be close. It's just going to be somewhere in roughly the right spot. You do have power. You have power that way. Let me help. If I put that one down, more construction robots take off. Which is always what we want. Okay, so we want a blue science. By cliffs. And for ease, I'm going to put it right the way over here. Give myself plenty of room. Yeah, this build is massive. Large power pole, large power pole, large power pole, large power pole. Yeah, no construction bots took off. Big surprise. You're lazy. Okay, so if we do blue science. Okay, so I need to just hook up some of these. So we know that goes that way. We know that iron comes into that blue circuits. We know that iron goes into that blue circuits. We know this copper goes into that blue circuits. We know that copper goes in there. We have leftover copper. No, hang on. Did I forget to build a copper for red circuits? 7,000. Right, you sir need how much? 21. And these things are ratioed out to 24. So I have 3,000 left over. So actually, if I took that train station and ran it there, with this train station. That's those two hooked up. This is a straight copper to green circuits, nothing complicated. And iron to green circuits, again, no complication at all. Just plain and simple. Now, blue science needs. So that one goes up to there. That one goes there. The other red circuits comes over to there. Yep, we've got full spaghetti mode on. So then out of the top of this goes that way. Yeah, I'm doing that already. Actually, the outline on this should be represented at the top, not at the bottom. But it's alright, it's alright, we'll work it out. Okay, and then we need engines. Alright, went through all the way through the list. It's after copper. Come on, copper. Engines. Engine number 9. Sorry, what? We're gonna move this well and truly away. Because I know for a fact I'm gonna need space somewhere. Alright. That's another build. Sorry, I'm literally yawning back to back to back. I'm really tired. Okay, so that means engines, which has so many different lanes in and out. But for the moment, you could just go there. Now, don't forget, it's an engine build, so we need to feed it, which means it needs steel. It makes pipes on site, I believe. But also need gears delivered, which is okay because we're going to need a gear train for the miners, which we'll put right where this is. Yeah. Damn. Okay, you're going to go over there. We want the mining drills. That one, which is a really small build, but would chew every resource you can feed it. Okay. Let's just work on it can go there, roughly. Not sure where there is, but you know, it's all relative. Okay. So it still has that hooked up. We need one of these down there as well. I need those rocks to go because they're fouling up our train tracks. Okay, so we've got engines. We need, I know, miners. Yeah. Miners, confirm. Which now means, again, extend the robot network. Okay, that one goes there. That one goes there. And then there. And then there. Alright. And then for simplicity's sake, let's just put the electric engines over here. Nope. Let's not put them over there. There's cliffs in the way. Yeah, this is definitely the last game I'm playing with cliffs. Even though I have bots auto-dealing with it, it's just, it's frustrating a lot of times. Where I go to do something and I find out there's a silly cliff in the way. So I'm going to stop, pull out the explosives, which is not that hard, and it's not as if I have a shortage of cliff explosives. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've got a massive surplus. And now I need to stand here and wait for roboports. Trainee has no roboports. Back to the outpost, please. Alright, so this is going to be red engines right here. So that's not needed any. Oh, that's still a red circuit build. That's still a copper build. This is a edgy build. And then I will still need to add iron and steel. This just needs those engines plus lube. And then miners got to go up to blue. Engines are going to go up to blue. Reds have to come from the build that's going to go with purple science. So we've got our electric engines. So I have to put another green circuit somewhere to get into these two builds. So you need to be a green circuit, which means you need to be iron and you need to be copper. Oh, the complexity. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to leave this here for this episode. It's 32 minutes, so it's a little bit longer than I wanted, but you know, I'm not really known for doing short on time episodes. I'm sort of known for doing slightly longer than required episodes often. I wasn't in the range. Damn. Alright. Yep. I'm not going to wait for the bots. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I do hope you've enjoyed. As I said, going to have a couple of days with potentially no episode. I apologize. Not a lot I can do. ISPs are really, really stupid. In fact, the only way they offered me to have internet not interrupted was to sign up at the new house, then pay a $40 exit fee for the current address when internet was hooked up at the new house. Yeah. And I'd be on another 18-month contract. Or I could move it to the new house with also starting a brand new 18-month contract for nothing. But it takes 2 to 30 days. Yeah. I feel I'm being ripped off every different way from Sunday. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. There will be a house tour and an update video and all that sort of stuff when we're moved, when we're more settled, when I get to pull out the video editing software. There is also a chance you may get featured with a Let's Try I did a couple of weeks ago in the absence of a new episode, if time gets really, really flat out, because I have recorded some other stuff that hasn't been on the channel yet. Oh, and there's also another go at Raft, this time at super hard mode with Colonel Will. So yeah, there's plenty of things coming. I just need time to edit them, and I haven't had any time lately. Renovations, moving, everything else. Anyway, I think that's everything. Thank you guys for watching. As always, do hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for spending 30 minutes of your life with me, and I will see you in the next one. All right.